Hello friends, I'm Miss April, and today we're going to read Dear Mr. Blueberry by Simon James. Dear Mr. Blueberry, I love whales very much, and I think I saw one in my pond today. Please send me some information on whales, as I think he might be hurt. Love, Emily. Dear Emily, here are some details about whales. I don't think you'll find that it was a whale you saw, because whales don't live in ponds, but in salt water. Yours sincerely, your teacher, Mr. Blueberry. Dear Mr. Blueberry, I am now putting some salt in the pond every day before breakfast, and last night I saw my whale smile. I think he's feeling better. Do you think he might be lost? Love, Emily. Dear Emily, please don't put any more salt in the pond. I'm sure your parents won't be pleased. I'm afraid there can't be a whale in your pond because whales don't get lost. They always know where they are in the ocean. Sincerely yours, Mr. Blueberry. Dear Mr. Blueberry, tonight I'm very happy because I saw my whale jump up and spurt lots of water. He looked blue. Does this mean he might be a blue whale? Love, Emily. P.S. What can I feed him with? Dear Emily, blue whales are blue and they eat tiny shrimp-like creatures that live in the sea. However, I must tell you that a blue whale is much too big to live in your pond. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. P.S. Perhaps it's a blue goldfish. Dear Mr. Blueberry, last night I read your letter to my whale. Afterwards, he let me stroke his head. It was very exciting. I secretly took him some crumped up cornflakes and breadcrumbs. This morning I looked in the pond and they were all gone. I think I should call him Arthur. What do you think? Love, Emily. Dear Emily, I must point out to you quite forcefully now that there is no way a whale could live in your pond. You may not know that whales are migratory, which means they travel great distances each day. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. Dear Mr. Blueberry, today I'm a little sad. Arthur is gone. I think your letter made sense to him and he's decided to migratory again. Love, Emily. Dear Emily, please don't be too sad. It really wasn't possible for a whale to live in your pond. Perhaps when you are older you would like to sail the ocean studying and protecting whales. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. She looks very sad. Dear Mr. Blueberry, it's been the happiest day. I went to the beach and you'll never guess what. I saw Arthur. I called him and he smiled. I knew it was Arthur because he let me stroke his head. I gave him some of my sandwich. And then we said goodbye. I shouted that I loved him very much and I hope you don't mind. I said you loved him too. Love, Emily and Arthur. The end. Thank you for joining us today. That was a fun story between a student and her teacher writing letters. I wonder if that whale really was in her pond or if it was part of her imagination. But it was a fun story, and I thank you for joining us. Bye!